Hi guys, it's my video top 10 questions for you and 10 questions for you, and it's from the Scatman and I'm responding to it. I saw Ichiban Puroso's video and I wanted to do a response to that, but I saw this one that it was a response to, so yeah, I thought I'd do it. And before I get started, I would like to ask people if you have any questions for me, just to kind of fill in some space in between videos with my CZW reviews, top 10 videos. There'll be 2 of them coming up in the next few weeks. Send me questions, anything you like. It's no fantasy card stuff. I hate that. It takes too long for me to answer and think about. But anything else you wanted to ask me about. It doesn't have to be about wrestling. It could be, just ask me. Send me questions so I can make a video in between all the other crap I'll be doing. So yeah, onto the questions. During my time as a pro wrestling fan, I completely changed my opinion about the work of John Morrison. When he was in the tag team with Mercury, I thought, I like him, but he didn't seem to really have the kind of charisma he needed to really go anywhere. I thought Mercury was where the push was at, but Mercury had his issues. Nitro went on his own, became John Morrison, and since he started cutting those early John Morrison promos, the slow motion entrance with the fan and all that crap, I really started to dig his work. And I mean, his in-ring work has improved quite a lot for me. In my eyes, and I've really started to enjoy his stuff. And while I don't see him as a main eventer yet, I think he does have the potential to get there, and I do hope he does, because he's great. What else do I have to say about him? A recent trend in pro wrestling that I find most annoying is wrestling not drawing crowds. I mean, outside of the WWE, if you look at all the major promotions around the world, it seems that it's becoming more and more difficult to really draw a crowd. Japan's, for example, it's rumored, or it's been said that New Japan's Dome show, while they declared it as 41,500 or something, it was closer to 20,000, only 15,000 paid. And if you look at their Super J couples, both nights of it were held in Karakin Hall, which holds 2,000 people. Well, it was sell out of 2,000 people each night. In '94, it was in the Sumo Hall, I believe, and that would have been roughly 10,000 people each night for it. So it kind of tells you where it is. Puerto Rico, they just can't seem to draw at all. Mexico, numbers seem to be going down to an extent, and ratings for them, for both AAA and CMLL, seem to be really going down compared to WWE. Like, WWE is getting 10s and CMLL and AAA getting 3s and 4s and stuff. Number 3, a recent trend in pro wrestling that I love is probably the emphasis on work rate in North America that didn't really seem to previously be there, unless it was amongst the cruiserweights. But it seems to, kind of due to the indie scene, kind of due to influences from Japan, wrestling seems to be have a greater emphasis on work rate. And also TNA's X Division is an example of that. It seems that fans are kind of getting that you can't just have this boring as shit match, and they are beginning to build out. And while to an extent that's a bad thing, I think it's very important because it does mean younger guys have a better chance to really make it in major promotions now, and smaller guys too, because they can do things that the bigger guys simply won't or can't. So yeah, that's my answer for question 3. Question 4, I can't understand why blank doesn't have a job in a major promotion. Daisuke Sekimoto. Hopefully I pronounced that wrong and didn't make Ichiban Puroso rip his hair out because I pronounced it wrong. But yeah, he's a guy who I see as being able to easily become a main eventer in any of the major promotions in Japan. He mostly works for Big Japan Pro Wrestling and 01 Max, but I think he'd be a really good fit in Pro Wrestling Noah with the likes of Go Shiozaki, Takeshi Segura, Takeshi Morishima. I think he'd work really well with them, and it would be nice to see him there. And even in New Japan, he'd really help freshen up that scene that just seems to be constantly repeating of Hiroshi Tanahashi, Shinsuke Nakamura, and yeah, so there's that. He is fantastic, no doubt about it. I wish this blank could have happened. This match blank could have happened in blank and that's the year. Ric Flair versus Hulk Hogan in 1989 in Melbourne, so I could see it, but I was born in 1989, so whatever. Shut up. It was a good match. It was good for two guys in their late 50s, 60s. Shut up. Shut up, Chase. Fucking hell. The pro wrestler who really needs to write a book is Stan Hansen. He's written a book in Japan, and I believe it's in Japanese, but I'd like to really get my hands on a book in English about Stan Hansen's career. He's one of my favourite wrestlers of all time, and I would really love to read about his career in Japan. And if not him, then Vader, perhaps, if he hasn't already. I don't think he has. If I could watch the matches of only one pro wrestler, who it would be of Kenta Kobashi. I know Ichiban Puroresu said Misawa. I'll say Kobashi. Kobashi's always been my favourite compared to Misawa. I thought they're both so good, they're kind of equal, but Kobashi, for me, would do me just well, because Kobashi really was a more versatile worker. So there is that. Yeah. Question number 8. Don't tell anybody, but I secretly love... Oh, shit, this is a really tough one. Who do I see? Oh, the Great Khali. I mark out every time I see him now. I want to hear him scream. I want to hear him, see him crush a basketball. I don't know what it is about him. Maybe it's the fact that he just can't run. He has to kind of... He's like a midget walking on stilts or something with huge gorilla arms or whatever. But I don't know. I like seeing him. Don't hurt me. Don't unsubscribe. My dream job in pro wrestling would be to wrestle and book, so then I could book myself as the champion and run a territory into the ground. That would be a lot of fun. If I could listen to blank talk about pro wrestling all day long. Oh, I could listen to blank talk about pro wrestling all day long. I found it interesting that Ichiban Puroresu responded with he'd like to listen to himself. I'd like to listen to myself also, but I can't really do that because I get sick of myself, get depressed, and stick my head in an oven, so I'd have to answer Ichiban Puroresu because I like his accent. Americans just annoy me with their accent. Sorry, but... No, well, that's not true, but I get people telling me that all the time. Your accent's annoying. Oh, fucking sorry, I'll go change it now. God, I'm rambling. But yeah, question 10, Ichiban Puroresu. If you're not subscribed to him, go subscribe to him. He's good.